Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. Okay, so let's take a look at this project here. So obviously you can see that this is a covered patio section, and then we have an open patio section over here. Currently they have a couple of heaters that are like in this corner here and in this corner over here. And client's telling me that there is an issue with regards to the clearance, I believe, and that's in reference to the let's see here, solar shades that they have. I think they have solar shades on this side as well as this side. I'm not sure about over here, but in any case, there's a problem with those shades. And also, I don't believe the heaters are putting out the proper type of coverage that they're really looking for. So let's go ahead and look at what we might do. First of all, the dimensions that I have 18 foot 5 by 18 foot 10. I have a ceiling height of 10 foot 5 inches from the finished floor to the ceiling over here. And then we have this section over here at 8 foot 7, and I have it at 19 over here, or excuse me, 18 over here. But I'm looking at just possibly heating up 1/2 of that, which is 9 feet. And then obviously, mounting position would be over here. And you can see that the distance that the heat would have to travel would be, roughly 10 foot 9 to this outer edge over here. And over here you can see 9 foot 6. Also the fan inside here, I have at 6 foot diameter. And that's this section over here that you can see, this round section here. There is reclining seating over here. This is a fire table here. They said that it's, I believe they said it was something like 50,000 BTU output, something of that nature. So it's a high output here. And then also we have some bar stool seating over here, and casual seating down over here. And I think that's about it. I'm not sure if there's any seating over here, but these are the images I received. So let me turn that off, and I'm also going to take off the solar shades just so that we can maneuver through the project a little bit easier. And then also I'm just going to mention something about having a fire pit over here, or a fire table. The fire table might be a high output table. I'm not sure of how the heat is protruding from this heat source. Is it just hot, exhaust gases floating up, or is it actually producing infrared light waves towards the seating position, or something of that nature? I am not sure, but most of the tables that I've seen like this are more for just decorative type of purposes. So I'm going to assume that that is what this is now, is just decorative at this point here. So all right, let's go ahead and look at what I would recommend for the application. And let's pop this in here. Oh, and one other thing, I just want to pop that floor plan on that they had here earlier, and just see that I did copy this floor plan as best as possible. Just to take a quick look at that, you can see we're about the right dimensions for that floor plan as well. All right, what I would recommend is something in the area of electric heaters, and these would be the Infratech CD 5224, so 5,000 watt 240 volt units. And I have them from the center point here at 4 feet to the center point here, or I should say it's actually moved 4 feet over. So let's try that just to make sure. So that's the 4 foot. Yeah, so it's from center point, it's moved over to 48 inches to the center point here. And the same is true with this. And then what I did was looked at, what the best footprint of heat would be for this point here to, let's say, this outer edge here. And you can see I moved that center point there 3 feet 4 inches from this edge over here and pointed the units straight down. The same thing, actually this is different. What I looked at over here is I used this as the center point here. Essentially, it's not quite the center point, but I was looking at how that, you can see that we're just about an inch off here, but how that footprint of heat would heat up not only the seating position here, as well as giving some ray over here, and I'll show that in just 1 minute here. The other thing I want to look at is the clearance below the heaters. These are 48 inches long, so you can see with that fan blade there, there is no issue with regards to the clearances being met here. I believe, actually, I'm wrong. So let's go ahead and change that. I'm going to go ahead and just move this. We could do one of two things. We could move the heater to the right here, and that's approximately 113 inches. We're still off slightly, but we want to make sure that we're meeting the clearance over here. So let's go ahead with 14 inches, and that should be good for that. We're still off about ½ inch, so we'll go 14.5 here. And you can see now we are too far over. Let's see what is going on with this here. I'm going to go ahead and shift this back here for a second and go back one more. I think what I did is I doubled that up here, so let's go with that 14.5 inches, and that should be pretty close there. Yeah, so we're 14.25 inch or ½ inch off from where I had it before, which was more centrally located between the seating positions themselves. So would that be okay? I probably would do it a little bit differently. So let's go ahead and change that one more time. I'm going to instead move it back this way, and the reason why is because I think we can get a little bit better coverage from, let's go with 13 inches. Coverage out here into the deck itself, rather than pushing a lot of the heat into the wall area over here. So anyways, I just moved it 13 inches, and we're meeting all clearances now. Also, you can see I have one other unit here. This is still the 5224, so 5200 watt unit, and 48 inches long. And what I did is made that centered point through the seating position here and pointed it 30 degrees out towards the patio. And you can see that 10 foot 9 inches is the distance that it needs to travel. Now this is infrared. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the clearances below here and turn off those dimensions, and then go ahead and turn on the array itself. And what I want you to see is that ideal distance is about 10 feet. So we're slightly less than hitting that perfect area here, but this is infrared light waves. Infrared light waves travel through space. They are stretching and bending as they travel, further in the distance. The further that heat ray goes, the less intense it becomes, so that by the time it hits penetrates the sitting position here or over here, it's most comfortable for the human. So the other thing too is just another thing is that the property itself, I believe, is on a hillside. And I did get a comment on my last video, I think, about wind. The one nice thing about electric heaters is that its efficiency with wind is still 100% output. So with a gas heater, you have gases blowing around, and when the wind hits it, those gases aren't combusting 100% efficient, so they don't put out 100% of their efficiency when it's a windy area. So this is going to be possibly a windy area, and it'll be 100% efficient when the wind does pick up. And obviously when it gets really windy and it's cold air, it's going to be hard to offset that cold, windy temperatures to make it comfortable, but it will extend that period as long as you are comfortable in the condition you're in. So in any case, you can see that the footprint of heat is really good, especially for this seating position here. We got a full coverage and we have nice overlapping, and this would be a very, very comfortable spot. And as well as this position here. Now with the 5200 watt unit, this is going to be probably too hot. So you definitely want a control system, or possibly going with a different model. Different model will be a different size. There is a 39-inch long unit. This is again 48 inches in distance, but also, you know, you probably want something like in that 400 or 4,000 watt range for those colder days, and you'd probably want a control system on this too. But in any case, you know, these two here, yes, you would probably want a control system on it. It just makes it more flexible throughout the time periods. And over here as well, it would be up to you on how you want that, though. You can go with a duplex switch where you're turning one element on, one element off, but half of that heat isn't going to be very comfortable for a distance like this in this space here. And let's just go back to the solar shades that they have here. With this type of setup where you have, you know, the reduction of air movement, using a lower BTU output during, you know, cooler days, not cold days, you could go with a duplex switch on something like this. But again, I still would prefer a control system personally, because it just gives you that full flexibility throughout the whole entire season. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and please, if you would, tap that like button. We don't advertise or monetize. YouTube does not support us unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we really appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.